Ba-la-la-la.
Hello, folks. Hello, hello. Good Wednesday. Hello, folks. Tommy, how you dude? Morning. Good morning, morning. It must be a bit early there for you, I think. Hope you're well. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the 18 months, dude. From France to Canada. I hope Montreal is treating you well so far. Hope, hope all is well in the Canada. I hope you're good. MRE, good morning. Hi. Hello, YouTube. Mr. Master, hey. Don't worry about the deleted message. It's only English in the chat, so that's why it was removed. Hope you're well. MRE, good to see you. Hope everyone's doing okay. This is quite a short stream today, by my standards. We'll be on for a couple of hours or so. I need to jump off at some point, so that's why I'm starting earlier. So I'm streaming for a shorter length. Happy to catch the stream. Well, Tommy, it's good to see you, dude. It's good to see you. I'm really glad that things are good there. Snowy and cold, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, well done as well. Blimey, I don't know what the time is where you are, but yeah, I guess it is early. But a bit early today, so I'll be back to regular schedule tomorrow with the regular timings. So I thought we'd just pick up with the character from yesterday. I think we'll just rejoin our Winter Chernarus character, and hopefully we can sort out some food for the poor soul. Currently struggling a little bit. I think we'll do that. If we can get some PvP, that's good. We'll just continue that adventure for a bit. 11 minutes past 8. Oh, okay. Oh, not as early as I thought, but still morning. Morning. Still morning. Steam? Steam? I have no camera, do I? I have no camera on. See if the camera's working today. Hey, God, it's so bright. It's so bright. Wow, that is bright. I've got to get those blinds. Woof. That is... Wow, that's a lot. Oh, okay, camera's going off. Yeah, I've got to get the blinds. So we left our character yesterday hungry, but with some tack back. So we shall start with that character. We need to hunt, really. Hopefully there's no one in the tin shed where I logged out. Fingers crossed. I think we need to head to maybe like a military area. Somewhere a bit remote, maybe. Try and get some hunting done and then maybe try and get some better equipment. Not that we're in a bad way. AK-74. And a Tundra. It's pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good. Sunny here. It is very sunny here. Yeah, thankfully it's been very wet recently. It's been very wet and cold. And it's a bit cold, but it's sunny, which is nice. It's a nice kind of winter, chilly winter day, you know? It's supposed to be a bit colder the next few days, I think. But at least it's not raining quite so much. The ground here is pretty saturated with water. Holy geared? Yeah. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Yeah, one thing we're struggling for is food, unfortunately, but you're having a laugh at the people from Florida acting like they're going to freeze. What is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, MRE? I don't know what that is in Celsius. I don't know what 40 degrees Fahrenheit is. But yeah, I know there's a snowstorm, isn't there, enveloping the United States at the moment. I don't know how far north that goes towards Canada or anything else, but it's like minus 10 degrees. Tommy? Oh yeah, of course. You'll take some getting used to. That temperature change, won't you? Punisher, hey, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I really need to hear a deer. That's what I need. There's the bunker up there. Come on, bacon. I did hear a chicken as well. As if I'm super geared and I need to cook chicken. Got water? I've got water. I need to get some water though. You think it's about 4.4 degrees Celsius, MRE? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's sort of temperature we get here in Wales, -4. That's not, you know. I know a lot depends on humidity, but that's not really that cold, is it? Did you say? Oh, where was that? Cow? Sharpening stone, thank you. What's the plan with this character? This character came from the death of an earlier character, to be honest, Tommy. Whoa, what the heck? So this character, earlier this week, I basically ran back to where I died, got some stuff off another character, And I ended up with this dude yesterday. So, we got geared at Bash. We got very hungry and very cold at Bash as well. And now the plan is kind of to try and find some action, but before that, I need to eat. Oh God. Man, I'd actually forgotten how chonky beefsteak is. Okay, that'll do. I feel like hunting cows is not worth it. I know what you mean, yeah, I know what you mean. It's... It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot to kind of get hold of. Don't immediately cook them, seeing how much it gives, yeah. It is a lot of beef MRE, yeah. I mean... I forgot, genuinely, it's been so long since I've killed a cow in dayz. I normally go for venison, which is half the size. I mean, the good thing is, I suppose I could go and get more meat and just... But there's no point, really. You'd have to wait for it to cool anyway. Let's maximise the space that we've got for meat at the top of our inventory. That seems sensible, doesn't it? Let's move all this down. Yeah, it's a lot to carry. It is a lot to carry. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So on my previous geared character with Chernarus, I went up to Tizzy, to the keycard location, correctly assumed that there were people inside, threw a grenade that I didn't unpin, walked over a tripwire that had a grenade on it, escaped the explosion, and then got killed by the people that were in there, who I assumed were in there, but I completely... I completely messed up trying to attack. So I may try and head up towards Tizzy, to be honest. See if I can have some sort of redemption. It wasn't It wasn't me at my best, we'll say that much. Or maybe it was me at my best, you know, depending how you view it. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I also need to find leather sewing kit for my boots. That is a must. Tommy, thank you again for the 18 months, dude. 18 months. That is a long time. Thank you, thank you. Maybe get a triple heat buff here, potentially. Or actually too hot now. So weird to me that you can get so hot and not get a triple heat buff. Saver, hey! Come to us all with a revelation. The reason the dinosaurs got wiped was because it took them too long to make Wallace and Gromit, and God was upset by this. Which led to us being made. Well, it's an interesting theory. Oh, God, I'm going to be sick. No. Please don't be sick. Please don't be sick. I hope you're good, Saver. That's just a game theory. Hope you're having a good morning so far, dude. Hope you're keeping warm and safe. Oh man, we've gone to yellow health. That is not good news. That is not good news when you're approaching the bunker area. Okay, white health has been restored. That's good. So yeah, the plan is to sort of go to Tizzy and then see if we can hear some shots or see if we can spot some people. Get a bit better gear. Hopefully get some new boots. I did think about checking out Arc Raiders today, folks, because there has been a new update. But I've also... excuse me. I've also heard that apparently the new update broke the time that it takes to loot. Apparently. So, like, looting containers is now really slow. And it's unintended. As you'd expect, so... I thought, oh, I don't know. I'll just jump back into dayz, you know. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple and straightforward. They need a Wallace and Gromit Dino movie. MRE. Coffee and a bowl of biscuits and gravy. Ooh. Very nice. There's a place in Manchester that does, obviously, American biscuits. Does biscuits with, like, chicken, fried chicken. I wish I knew that existed when I was actually working in Manchester. Would have checked it out. What's the Ark news? So the new update for Ark Raiders is called Headwinds. Headwinds? Yeah, that's right, Headwinds. And it looks like it's basically the smallest of the next 4 months of updates, but it's a January update and we're almost into February. And there will be a February update. So it adds a minor map condition. It turns Buried City, the Buried City map, into Bird City, where there's like lots of birds on the rooftop and things like that. Me too, MRE. Yeah, I'm hungry as well now. I've just had lunch as well. Apologies. Yeah, so it's like the rooftops of Buried City are like stacked with birds. Apparently, I haven't played it yet. There's a new player project, which I think is like taking trophies from Arks. And then what's the other thing? There's another thing that I can't remember for this month. But the next 4 months in Ark Raiders, there's going to be 2 new Ark robots, a new large Ark, apparently, at least 1 new map. Is that right? Maybe 2 new maps. So yeah, there's lots of stuff happening, which is cool. William, hey, heyo gamers, welcome in. How you doing? Good Wednesday to you. I hope you're well. Welcome. Yeah, I think in Bark Studios, obviously the developers behind Ark Raiders, they obviously want to keep momentum going, and monthly content updates is great. They're going to have to be careful, I think, about obviously bugs and glitches and stuff like that, because I think sentiment for Ark Raiders is really good. So obviously I'm not saying anything that's not obvious, but yeah, fingers crossed it continues to be well supported, and it continues to be a community that enjoys playing it, because I think it's a nice variation from other types of game and other extraction games, and yeah, it seems cool. I probably will stream it again. Maybe not this week, I don't know. As I said before, like, being completely honest, headwinds sounds like a medical condition. Headwinds. I got the headwinds. If I'm being completely honest, obviously as a quote-unquote smaller content creator, I suppose, there is a little bit of, you're best sticking to kind of one game, unless you're particularly amazingly charismatic. I don't know that I am. But yeah, so just from the perspective of like growth and stuff, obviously I'll be doing dayz as a main game ongoing, including YouTube videos, of which there should be one this Saturday. But yeah, I also like other games, so I do want to occasionally share that enjoyment and hopefully entertainment with folks. William, I hope you're doing well. How are we? Are we a dayz player? Do let us know. Or an Ark Raiders player, or another game player. Haven't heard any shots. Last time I was heading towards Tizzy, I'd heard shots, so I knew people were in the area. Oh, I didn't get any more water, did I? No. Oh, we should be okay for hydration. We should be. You're a new dayz player. Very cool, dude. Very cool. It's fantastic that dayz is like 12 years old and people are still coming across it. I mean, it really is impressive. Talking as someone who's only played it for 5 years, you know, it's... I think it's quite good, but you're a little picky, so you already own your own server. Wow! Straight in with the server ownership. GG. Very cool indeed. I think we keep this jacket. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. There's the radar. We'll head to the radar, see if we can see anything there. I actually do enjoy streaming a little bit earlier, folks. I mean, I don't know if I'm able to, but streaming from around this time, a little smidge earlier than I usually do. Maybe that's possible. It'd also make the streams a little bit longer, potentially. But I'll have to see. I'll have to see. See what's possible. I don't even have a compass on me. Oddly. I think the satellite is dead ahead though. Yeah, very cool that you have a server, William. That's really nice. I will just say, just as a point of information, not that I'm not saying anyone will do this, but just as we're on the topic of servers, obviously, we do try to avoid speaking about specific server names in chat. So yeah, just as a little point of information. But yeah, very cool, very cool. I've thought about having my own server as well, not really for playing on, more for like thumbnails and just a better interest, not better interest, better in-game knowledge, I suppose. Right, where is the radar? Can't quite see it. I think we've gone a little west. Looks like my little YouTube chat box is playing up again today. I hope it doesn't do the same thing that it did yesterday. I dislike things breaking when they're related to chat. A few things I don't like more when I'm streaming than not being able to see messages from people that are putting them into chat. You know, that's really disheartening if I can't see them. I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring them or, not responding purposefully. Right, that looks like debug. This is when I play find where the hell I am. Funk, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. I appreciate you, William. Yeah, appreciate you. Just wanted to, just make that clear. One sec, folks. I'm in Wales. I am indeed, MRE. I am indeed. Yeah, I do sometimes forget that though when I wake up. An Englishman in Wales. I'm like, wait, what? It does still sometimes. Obviously, we've been here a few years now, but it does still sometimes feel a little not odd. It just feels a little bit like didn't kind of expect it to happen. Very happy with where we are, and what we've got, but one of those kind of how did that happen kind of thing, Where is the satellite? I've got to be able to see it here somewhere, surely. That's the edge of the map. Right, we're going to back up a little bit. I think the sun's setting. I think. I'm going to back up a little bit and I'm going to have a little look around in the trees, see if I can work out where we are. How are you doing, Funk? I hope you're doing well. Good Wednesday to you. Right, let's get here. There's a bit of elevation. That should allow us to see what's going on. Grinding through the last caretaker, but good. How's it going? How's that going? I have to be honest, I've not for want of interest, I'm interested. I haven't actually picked it up since I streamed the start of it. I just haven't had time. I guess that's part of the reason that I buy games that are fairly cheap, is because it is over there. What the heck, Kev? Right, dead ahead. Dead ahead. Oh, gas. Is that a gas barrage on Tizzy? I think it must be. There it is. So I'm going to go see if anyone's around, then we're going to go into the satellite or radar building. See if there's any loot to be picked up that's been dropped. Because I could do with some new boots and some pouches. And then we'll go and have a little look at Tizzy military base. Okay, that's been moved. Pretty sure I just heard shots. Thank you for the like as well, Funk. Thank you, dude. Pretty sure I just heard shots. Sounded like either a pistol that wasn't suppressed, or it sounded like someone like in the distance using a single, maybe like an AK on semi-auto. If I see dead zombies, I'll know it would have been here. Going well, 5th time in the last caretaker. 5th time, dude. It's good commitment. So this is the site of my non-grenade throw. There's no Zeds here, actually. Which feels a bit odd. Well, there's one there. Just one. Mark, hey, welcome in. Now, do I draw that over to here? Or do I shoot it there? If I draw it over, if anyone's inside, they'll hear it aggro. If I shoot it, they might hear it drop. I think we shoot it. Tripwire. Drop loot. Probably don't need that, actually. Uh-huh, uh-huh. kind of what I was expecting. I should definitely be clearing this before I do what I'm doing. Haven't cleared it, have I? Okay, so yeah, someone died. What happened to the other... There it is. Thank you for the hydrate, Tommy. I shall do that shortly. Thank you, thank you. What is that? S-Val. Interesting skin. Try and be sneaky if we can. Okay, we didn't get boots, but we did get some gear. Another gas barrage coming in. I'd be surprised if that gets anyone. That's quite a known spot to put a tripwire in that building. Even when I went over the last tripwire that was there, as I went over it and I was running away, waiting for the grenade to explode, I was thinking to myself, yeah, of course there's a tripwire there. I've seen people put them there. I know that's what happens. So that may not catch anyone out, but it may do. It may do. We'll see. Maybe we'll hear it if it does. I think I need to go south a bit. Maybe. I guess that's southeast, the sun? I'm assuming it came up. Probably a little bit why I got confused. I thought it was in the west to begin with. Let's get in here. Load this a little bit. Did you miss a grenade explosion? You did not, William, no. Fully expected landmine to be hidden underneath that pile of loot. Yeah, I thought about that, Mark. I didn't check, did I? I should have done. I definitely should have done. Okay, flashbang warning, folks. I think we're here. Sort of here-ish. Go southeast. I think 467 is the radar. Pretty sure it is. Can you put the clothes on the tripwire to hide them? Well, I kind of tried to. You can't layer the clothes onto the wire itself, MRE. You can, yeah, unfortunately, you can only kind of place them in a way where hopefully it distracts, you know, people's vision a little bit. But I suppose any seasoned geared PvPer in dayz will see clothes by a door and think, but, you know, they may not. Yeah, sadly you can't completely hide the tripwire. You just got to kind of divert attention best you can, I guess. So I'm not running right now because I don't have any water. I can't actually remember if there's a well at Tizzy. I don't think there is. I feel like I should probably be seeing the military base by now. Does this just lead back down to it? Maybe? One day I'll get Tizzy navigation correct, but until that day. I think we're sort of here. I think if we keep the road to our left, we should soon start to see the base over our right here somewhere. Had the hardest time finding wells. Yeah, William. Filled a bottle from a creek and you still got sick from it. Do you know what? I did exactly the same thing. I thought running water was safe as well. I thought it was. It's literally one of the first things that I did when I started playing dayz. I was like, right, there's running water there. I can drink that. cholera. Yeah. Wells are one of those things that you just have to kind of get familiar with. Well, either memorise them or get familiar with where they sort of tend to be. That generally works on official maps. Obviously on kind of community maps on PC, people can put wells wherever they want, but you kind of get a feel for where they put them as well. Generally speaking, you'll find wells in the centre of towns. Generally. Now, it does depend on the size of the town. But yeah, it does depend on the size of the town. But, you know, yeah, best to kind of head into a town and get your water that way. I won't ruin all the surprises of dayz, but you can drink from running water, creeks and rivers and such, but you will need chlorine to do that. So yeah. It is a bit tricksy, is dayz. Certainly a survival game. I'm not finding Tizzy. Oh, heard a shot though. Multivitamins make you unkillable. So I guess I just missed Tizzy. I just missed the whole military base, folks. What in the world? What in the world? Someone's shooting something though. I do need to find it because I need boots. I think I did have a GPS as well, but I think I dropped it. Alright, I've got to try and work out where I am here. Whales are usually in the ocean? Yeah, it seems so, MRE. I'm assuming that's a Welsh joke, but yeah. Sorry. Right, well, what? Very good, Mark. Very good. So where's the blue trail then? I was next to a road, now the road's disappeared. Huh? That's south. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and head back because I really need to find some boots. I need to know what trail this is. Doesn't look to be a trail, it looks to be a road. that's the blue trail. Right, let me stop here 1 sec. Blue trail, water. I think we're here. Looks as he should be up here. I can't believe that I went all the way to the radar and I've just missed the military base. Like, how in the heck? There's actually not a lot of POIs around here either to get too many hints from. Definitely don't have a leather sewing kit. I like that even if the grenade tripwire goes off, I'll be like, right, I'll have to follow the sound, because I'm like, right, how do I get back to there then? Oh. Tents. Found tents. Okay, I need to find couches and I need to find boots. That's all I need, and then we can go. You think there's got to be some here somewhere. Boots. Oh, amazing. Oh, What's that? Oh, that's dropped. I like the immediate boots. That's good, isn't it? AKM. Oh. I do not have a mag for that. Another AKM. Oh, come on. Really? I've got plenty of ammo. Wooden. Yeah, pretty good find that, eh? Pretty good. I think we take the AKM. Seems a shame, but... yeah, I've got to, right? Loads of AK stuff here. Another AKM mag would be wonderful right now. Yes, foul. It's kind of interesting that the different skins on the weapons on this server. It does make you kind of like second glance at things. Just be like, right, what was that? Oh my god. VS89. I don't... is a VS89 more powerful than a Tundra? I'm not sure it is. Is it? I haven't got the ammo really anyway. I think we just go. I can't believe we got that mag. Yeah, I cannot believe we got that mag. Right, one thing I do want... I'm really outstaying my welcome now. R12. Pouches. I need pouches. Maybe I don't get pouches here. Maybe we just go. Ugh. Right, I'm cold. That's not good. It's funny that I'm cold, you know. I'm not exactly wearing rubbish stuff, am I? Okay, yeah, we go. We need to go. Roy, hey! Good to see you, dude. I'm on semi. Thank you. I still don't get, like, machine guns enough to remember that when you pick them up, they're on semi. Whoa. Easy, Tiger. Thank you, dude. Hope you're doing well, Roy. Good to see you, buddy. Keeping okay, I hope. Alright, we need a fire. Immediately. Doesn't look like a terrible place to make one. Maybe like here. Be good. I want firewood really, I think. Flame on! Indeed, indeed. I think this is okay. Need to get some water from somewhere. May not be the best for me to actually stand next to. Probably have done that better, Kev. I still getting warm here? Yeah. Okay, that'll do. Is that a heart? What's that? A spade or something? Weird. You're in a lot of like, barrage noises. Haven't heard any explosions yet. Is that just because we're at the edge of the map, I wonder? I'm trying to think of the places that could be getting gas right now. We haven't heard anything at Tizzy. Kamensk, I suppose? Airfield? Could we hear airfield from here? Probably not. Norgis, hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Folks, I will just reiterate, because a few people have come in since I've started the stream, and thank you for coming in. Today is a shorter stream. I'll be on for about another hour or so, but it is a shorter stream just for today. I need to jump off and jump on a call. So I appreciate you coming in. Normal service will resume tomorrow. I will try and be on a little bit earlier if I can, just to make up a bit of time. But yeah, just a shorter stream today. Just to carry on this Winter Chernarus character and see what happens. Thank you for being here. Hope you're well, Norgis. Good to see you, dude. Flame on isn't working, MRE. I think it's broken. Flame on. Actually can't believe that we found an AKM with 2 mags. Now I know, you know, where to go on this particular server. I still think of the time that Mark mentioned he found, Mark in the Twitch chat, was it he found like 10 AKM mags? Or like, at least several AKM mags and no AKM. Just non-stop mags. The ultimate troll from dayz. So we'll get the heat buff here and I'll head south. We did hear some shots. I'm wondering if they're near the bunker, those shots. I may go there for a little look. Otherwise we'll mosey back towards sort of airfield way, I think. Unless we hear anything close to us. Heli crash or anything like that we can overwatch. I don't have chlorine, but I do have tetra. So I may just have to try and... I don't know, get some water from somewhere. And then just risk getting sick and curing myself. Incidentally, folks, I did... Obviously, I knew yesterday because it was mentioned in the YouTube chat, but on the channel yesterday, I was killed in the kind of crypts of the bunker. And I was killed by one of the fresh spawns. GG to them. I think they died immediately after they shot me. So, which I feel... I don't know why I feel bad about, but almost as though them shooting me led to their death, you know? It's... dayz's a funny old game like that. You can see no one at all, which we didn't, for that whole entire run until I died. Well, actually, I killed someone, but we didn't see anyone for ages. And then I get killed, and then the person who killed me gets killed, and, you know, like London buses. one on top of another. Punisher, all good, dude. Yeah, catch you in a bit. Catch you in a bit. If I'm, hopefully I'll still be on, but if not, I'll catch you soon. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, exactly, Funk. Exactly. I wonder if I had the ice axe, if I could break through that and get water. I know you can fish through the ice. I don't know if you can collect water through the ice. Didn't pick it up, did I? Nope. I've got the fishing rod. I don't know why I've still got the fishing rod. That should keep us a little bit topped up on hydration. I don't think I'm going to head over to the bunker. If I hear shots from that direction, I might mosey over there, but I think we just head back this way, more south. Oh, I heard something then. The noises in the woods are absolutely, you know, distracting. So spooky. Someone got a lot of stuff in the end? Yeah. They certainly did. I'm also kind of glad that I didn't uncover all the mystery, you know, of that map on the playtest. Obviously, I've only scratched the surface in terms of the whole map itself, but it's nice to have more end game to go back to at some point. I wonder if someone was hunting. Because we only heard like 2 shots. Maybe, you know, when you try and hunt something and, I don't know, scare it away or miss the first shot or something. I don't think there's anywhere here that I can get a clear overwatch through the trees. It'd be nice if there was like a little outlook that I could go to have a look across the fields. I'm not sure there is, but I'll try. Just have a little scope in. Just take my time a little bit, you know. I'm normally sort of chasing shots. I think sometimes it's good just to have a little look around and see if you can spot anything. Plan ahead rather than react if we can. Also give our hydration a chance to do its thing. Oh, because of the bush, it won't go. Rangefinder broken. Oh. Does it not work? Is it because I'm in the tree? Yeah, it's because I'm in the tree. 790 down there, 700. It'd be cool if you can make tree houses. Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? There's got to be a mod out there, hasn't there? There's got to be a mod. Think you need a coffee? Funk? No! Not the coffee! I haven't had my second of the day yet. Found and started to grow 2 trees in the water world in the last caretaker. Ah, very proud, Funk. I'm very proud. GG. Or tree, I should say. Sorry. Saving mankind, saving trees. I like it. That's a good motto. I can't see anyone. Can't see any infected either. Yeah, there's got to be a way to make tree houses in DayZ. Actually, I know some servers have got mods where you can make basically... I don't know if they're actually in trees though, because they'd have to be in a tree, wouldn't they? They've got some mods that make them look kind of like tree houses, but they're not technically up from the floor, I suppose. I don't think. H and I really miss Treehouse Masters. I don't know if anyone's seen that. I was about to say film. I don't know if anyone's seen that series. It's really good. We've watched all of the seasons. We watched all of the seasons of Cabin Masters as well. And I'm a bit upset actually with Discovery Plus, which is where it's shown in the UK, the streaming service. So they had Cabin Masters, there's like 11 seasons of it. And then they had Cabin Masters in Italy. And we were like, oh brilliant, we'll watch Cabin Masters in Italy once we finish the regular season. And we finished the season and bloody the Italy one disappeared off the service. Just gone. I guess, I don't know if they're making a 12th season, but I think Cabin Masters Season 11 went up to like 2023, so... Now they can build a treehouse. Yeah, Treehouse Masters is superb. What's his name? Pete Masters, isn't it? He's the guy who owns the company. You'd like them high up for elevation advantage? Yeah, that would be awesome. Awesome tactically in dayz, wouldn't it? I might just go round and overwatch the entrance here and just see if anyone shows up. Just while we're here. Still need water, but... yeah, Treehouse Masters, superb. The guy who owns it, yeah, Pete Masters, he's got just the right level of enthusiasm, eccentricity, and can-do attitude, you know? He seems like a very cool dude. But yeah, they can build a treehouse. Blimey, some of the stuff they've built, wow. My favourite is when they're like, you want what? We've never done that before, but we'll have a go. And they just work out how to do it. You're like, yeah, legends. With holes to drop grenades down? There is a term for that, isn't there? I don't know about grenades, but there is a term... like, in castles, they used to have holes in castles, right? So they could drop, like, tar down, I think. Am I making that up? So I'm sure someone with a better knowledge of kind of medieval history and architecture will be able to tell me, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Something holes. Obviously. I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they, Funk? Yeah. Murder holes, thank you, Mark. Murder holes, there we are, yeah. Nothing too elaborate, just say it as it is, I guess. That's what that was the thinking. Yeah, Jesus, brutal. But yeah, that would be useful in dayz. I know, right? What a name. The chances of anyone coming here while I'm sat here are probably very slim. Not impossible, but very slim. So anyone who hasn't seen it on this server, that's a bunker. And I don't think I'm going to go up to the door, but there's usually just gear at the door. Usually in the ceiling on the gatehouse. That's right, yep. Or along walls, yep. Yeah, I remember covering it briefly in history. You know, in the way that, like, when you're at school, you do, like, one season on everything medieval, pretty much. And then that's the basis of your knowledge for the rest of your life. Well, I did 8 weeks on medieval stuff, so apparently that's useful. Oh, there's a zombie there. Could be from me, I guess. I was down here, wasn't I? Could be from me. William, hey! Sorry, ads are bunkers part of vanilla. There is a bunker in Livonia, in vanilla. Chernarus doesn't have any bunkers, but it does have gas zones. So bunkers in kind of like community servers are kind of like just, you know, the top tier loot that you'd find in a gas zone on vanilla Chernarus. Very similar. But yeah, bunkers tend to be a thing that you find quite a lot on community maps because it's kind of a go-to end game thing. I think we're going to go for that, actually. That's also damaged. Oh, it's damaged. No. Oh, well, I don't really need it, I suppose, do I? Pretty good iron sights on this. Right, let's try and find a well. I don't actually think... I'm going to check the map, folks. I don't think they're on the map. Are they? We've got to be here, haven't we? Are we in Novaya Petrovka? Is that where we are? Topolniki, I think, probably. There's no well in Topolniki, is there? There's a well in Novaya Petrovka, though. Right next to the... Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can see wells, William. You can see wells are generally sort of in the middle. They're not always, but they're generally near the sort of the middle-ish of the town. But again, it's sort of a rule, but it isn't really a rule, I guess. Okay, so I guess we go to Novaya Petrovka then. They do, don't they, Funk? Yeah, they fly over certain bits. I guess it's more to do with the skills of learning or whatever. The skills of learning about history rather than... But it does make it tricky to remember stuff years on. I suppose that's why you go on to specialise as well. I always remember, I've said this before on stream, perhaps, I can't remember. I always remember I read an article once by a doctor of education. And he was saying that it's really interesting how we've decided that schools and colleges and general education works, because there's no actual data. I don't know if this has changed, but there's no actual data to back up the way that we think people should learn. Because organised education really has only been going en masse since about the early 1900s. So, you know, all our theories about potential education aren't necessarily true. which is kind of interesting. I don't have a comment on that, other than I just thought it was interesting. Just got to dive in here quickly. Because sinuses are a thing, unfortunately. Do I use the companion app for the map? Generally no, MRE. You mean I Survive? I'm assuming. Generally I don't use I Survive, but I have used it if I get lost or if I specifically want to get somewhere and I'm running out of time or I'm getting a bit like running in circles. But generally no. I would usually rather learn something by doing. It's okay, Papa. It's okay. You're okay, Baba. Baba. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely helpful. I mean, you know, I never have a view on whether people should or shouldn't use it. People should do whatever's best for them, but I generally find it easier just to learn locations by... It takes me a little while. I don't have a photographic memory or anything. But I do find it nicer to learn things because they, you know, as I do them, because it sticks with me that way. I'm the same with like GPS. If I'm driving in the real world, you know, I can use something to get somewhere, but if I'm literally looking at my GPS while I'm driving, I don't necessarily remember the way. I much more often take it in if I'm listening to instructions and looking at where I'm going, or if I'm just working it out. You know, I find that a lot better for me personally. But yeah, I think that I Survive exists is great. You know, it's a really good tool, really useful. There's a lot of zombies around here. Absolutely funk, yeah. History written by the victors, for sure. For sure. That's kind of why I give a little kind of monthly support to Wikipedia, you know. I don't give much support, but I give a little monthly support donation to them. I kind of feel like Wikipedia is, no, people will say it's not always reliable, but it's pretty, what's the word, pretty neutral, I guess, in, you know, from my understanding, and it seems to be pretty good for most topics. So people do work at that company, so I try and give a little something to support the access to free knowledge. I think that's good. I say free. Obviously, you need a computer, you need access to the internet, but I don't like these open expanses. Alright, chicken. Gonna try and avoid just running along the road as much as I can. Just try and vary it up a little bit. The shots that we heard earlier were kind of from this direction, so whoever it was may have moved on, but, you know, need to be a little bit careful. Thank you for the follows on Twitch, by the way, folks. I do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. The lines of what side of the fence Wikipedia is on is a deep rabbit hole to dive into. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, MRE. Yeah, I'm sure lots of, you know, you can pretty much dive into a deep hole on most things. I'm sure that's no different, but I do occasionally consider, like, if there's alternative outlets that, well, not outlets, not really an outlet, but alternative options that I could maybe support, but I don't know. Billions of people have got access to the internet. Wikipedia is kind of probably one of the most accessed stores of knowledge in human history, actually, probably. I kind of hope things are kept in a decent balance, but yeah, you never know. You never know. Zombie over there as well. Where's the well here? But yeah, rabbit holes are plenty, right? There always is. There always is. Is this Novaya Petrovka? I'm kind of second guessing myself now. I don't know if it is. It's gotta be. Maybe it doesn't have to be at all. Current nightly rabbit hole is a little history that doesn't fit the timeline. Oh, okay. Bunk. Okay. Yeah, I tend to try and keep an open mind on most things, you know. Me too, MRE. Yeah, me too. Well, I grew up with encyclopedias. My granddad, bless him, had a big old collection of... It's so funny. He had a big old collection of encyclopedias, and he gave them to my dad. I don't know where they are now, to be honest. Probably somewhere in the world. But he gave them to my dad, all except one. And I think the one that he didn't give to him was the one that covered... And I'm talking like, these were encyclopedias from like the 1950s, I think, or 60s. So they were like A to Z installments, if you want. But they were like leather-bound, kind of hardback. I don't know if they were of any great value, but they were certainly interesting to look at. And the one that he kept was, I think it was F. I think it was like F to G or something like that. He kept hold of it because he really, like my dad, my granddad was massively into gardening and flowers and, you know, herbs and everything like that. So I think he kept, like, it might have been F to H or something, I don't know. But there was one volume specifically that he kept. And it was to do with gardening, which I found quite funny. I don't know where they are, actually. Yeah, I have to have a think about that. But yeah, I mean, I had a big old encyclopedia. I had a big one when I was at secondary school. Oh. Probably like Oxford, wherever it was, you know. Right, the well has got to be here somewhere, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure it's around here. That's the piano house. Scrubby, hey, welcome in. How you doing, dude? Good to see you, good to see you. That's the piano house. Where's the well? Yeah, I guess I find it interesting, Funk. All this talk about encyclopedias. We love Chernarus, we do, Scrubby, we do. How you doing, dude? I hope you're keeping well. I'm just going to check to see where this well is. Apparently St. Petersburg is built using an existing street layout and drainage, but no record of a city ever being where it is before. And the same all over the world from Scotland, London, Europe, and North and South America. Have a day off? Nice, Scrubby. Very cool. Doing well? Good to hear. Good to hear. I think we went past it. I think we went past... So this is actually the piano house, isn't it, with the star? Oh. Stop calling me suspected spam. It's ridiculous. Hey, Baba. Can't argue with a day off. Very nice, very nice. My only concern is... I'm not in Topolniki, am I? No, I can't be. There's the PD. The PD is here. Means I must be here, which means the well must be between us, no? Or is it the other side of there? Ah, it's there. Okay. Okay. I've got to go there. I don't want to, but we've got to go there. See, I still don't know where wells are in Chernarus. I've died at this well. Which is great, obviously. Oh, God damn it. Oh, my God, Kev. Can you hit a shot? Thank you. Jesus Christ. I deserve to get a shot now, to be fair. We love Novaya. Honestly, my knowledge of the north of the map is ridiculous, Scrubby. Like, it's so bad. The hunting garden workbooks will be priceless if the world ever crashes. Well, true, MRE. Yeah, true. Pete, hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're good. Good Wednesday to you. I have to keep reminding myself it's Wednesday because I've got to do the weekly ritual of bins and recycling nonsense. Very boring adult thing to say, but there we are. Alright, let's get going. Our hunt for other survivors continues. It is Novaya Petrovka, Scrubby. Yeah, it is. It is. That much I know. Only because I checked the map and found out where the nearest well was. But I wouldn't have known without checking the map. And I'll probably now forget that this is Novaya Petrovka. Unless I somehow remember some of the buildings. Normally takes me 2 or 3 times visiting a place in DayZ to kind of remember it. Miss being lost in Cherno? There is that sense to it, isn't there? Like, when I first started playing Chernarus, which was only 2 years ago, I was playing DayZ for 3 years before I started playing Chernarus, because it always felt too big and kind of hard to get to grips with. When I first started playing Chernarus, I was like, oh god, like, this is great. I was a bit nervous, but also excited because whole new map to learn, you know, like the OG DayZ map. I was like, brilliant, this is amazing. I'm finally playing it. I'm learning it. And, yeah, it definitely did have a little bit of extra shine because being lost, you know, can be fun in DayZ. I still love the map, but, ooh, military. Okay. I do still get lost, though. Mainly when I'm going north towards Tizzy. Through the trees. Started on Cherno 7 years ago. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I started out in the mouse skin. Okay. Gas at the airfield. I hope that's not at tents, which is where I was going to head to, but we shall see. Gonna need another fire as well. Already. I want firewood is what I want. Try and do it while, well, kind of while we've still got a heat bath that way. Hopefully we can just refresh it quickly. No double trees, is there? Oh, this will do, I think, maybe. So yeah, the plan now is to go to the airfield, see if we can see some people. If not, I may even mosey over to Lopatino or Vibor. Probably Vibor, actually. See if we can see some people there. Be nice to intercept a geared person. Love Lopatino and Vibor area too. I've had some interesting PvP around there. Tends to be lots of people stopping there to cook before the airfield, or, you know, or going further north. William. Yeah, we shall see, we shall see. Come on. I saw the first... I'll post this in the Discord, folks, as well. In Nature Fix, in the Nature Fix channel. I saw my first flowers of the year that have come through the ground on a local walk. The first ones. Maybe a little bit early, actually, being that it's still January, but they looked pretty healthy. I think they're crocuses. I think. I'm not great on identifying crocuses, but I think they are. Purple ones. There's deer back here. Did I miss a deer sound? Oh, where you are. Very nice, Funk. Very nice. Sorry. We keep being told there's deer, and I'm sure there are deer, in the forests that we take the boy into, but we've never seen one. Obviously, we stick to, you know, the kind of well-trodden paths and things, because why wouldn't you? There's plenty of them. But yeah, we're told that there's deer in local forests, but I'm kind of thankful we haven't seen them because we tend to have the boy off lead. And he probably would chase. It's been years since he's seen a deer on a walk. But when he was younger, when we were living in Kent, he flew off after one. And obviously we were concerned. Concerned about him and concerned about the deer. But the deer was too quick and he very quickly came back to us, so... Thankfully his recall was a lot better now. Unless it's a squirrel. Unless it's a squirrel. Deer, hawk, kestrel, buzzard. Nice. Sounds like a thriving ecosystem, that. Right. 2 heat buffs. Let's go, folks. Not great, that fire, but I've made better. I've made more hidden ones. So we heard gas. I don't know if that's going to kind of impact my plans here. Had a flash fire a few years ago that didn't help. Ooh. A new lake risen in the dunes with new... Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. I did read an article recently about kind of re-wilding dunes. I can't remember where that was in the... It was in the UK. But reintroducing kind of plants into dunes to help with, obviously, soil erosion, but also help re-establish at-risk types of plant and also bugs and such. Very cool. New life everywhere? Nice. Okay. There's gas. Let's just go round the gas, I think. Just heard a shot towards the south. Quite distant, that, though. Right, so the gas was at Bash. Protected species, Adenata, jacktoads, and a sand lizard. Oh, very cool. Easy to forget there's lizards in the UK. I know we've got a few native species. They're not massive, are they? But, you know, they do exist. Ooh. That doesn't sound like bait. That sounds like someone's in a fight. Let's head towards that, I think. It's a lot of gunfire. We're heading south. I think that's on the west side of the airfield. Possibly near the keycard entrance. Near the medical trucks. Possibly. It sounds like it's coming from directly ahead. Cross between a newt and a gecko. Oh, nice. Very cool. Sand lizard. Hey. I don't know now. Could have been this side. What's that? Maybe the shots were there? I've got you, Funk. I got you. It's all good. Just blame autocorrects. Autocorrect is always the villain. I think maybe it's this side. Those shots. There's a lot of zombies. That's why I'm thinking it's this side. What is that that's exploded? Oh, it is a gas station there. Oh, maybe someone was just blowing that up then. Potentially. That could be bait. It did sound like a proper gunfight, but... I'm a little bit suspicious now that the gas station has been exploded. It was bait. It was bait. Mother trucker. They might not know I'm not dead. Maybe. No! They didn't know that I wasn't dead. Ah. I'm so gutted. The bait at the airfield is so intense. It's like every time I'm geared and I think there's something going on, there's just bait upon bait. It's irritating me. Ugh. Oh well, we'll do a little bit of looting up, I suppose. It's so hard to tell now. Like, pretty much every time I hear shots at the airfield, there's a little inkling where I'm like, could be bait. Like, last time I was there and I killed someone, it wasn't bait, but there was a dude just in the fire station just shooting Zeds. Probably just waiting for some action. Oh, man. And they didn't know that I wasn't dead either. Normally what I do in that situation, so let me just show you. Normally what I do in that situation is that I'm unconscious. I'll hit Alt-Tab and I'll turn around like that to see, because then they don't know if you're up or not. Or if I switch to a gun, I'll turn like that because it's less obvious. But what I did that time was I turned like this, which makes it super obvious that you're not dead. If you do one of these from a tree, it's not necessarily obvious. And if you do one of these from a tree, that's not that obvious either. But if you do this, which I did then, it's super obvious. Oh, that's really sucky. That's why you go to fresh spawns, they don't bait people, yeah. Oh, it hurts so much. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it just... I understand why people do it, because it's hard to... It's hard to, like, organically find people in Winter Chernarus. I definitely think it will change. I definitely think it will change when it's no longer winter. People find it so hard to find people in Winter Chernarus that they don't really want to just wander around. They'll bait for people and just sit there. Which I understand, but it happens so much. I feel like, percentage-wise, like 90% of the times that I've died at the airfield in the last 3 months, it's been bait. I think it's literally that high. But there we are. Never mind. And part of the reason I started to go up that little bank there, thinking it may be bait. Oh, there's someone there. Because I thought if I go up here, I can have it all Overwatch. But obviously they were up there doing the same thing. Which I didn't really think about. Hey, Hey, do you know anything about those shots just now?
Yes, my friend. So,
hey. Go on.
I think it was from this town.
Okay, alright.
Bye.
Bye, dude. Take care. Oof. Welcome back, Punisher. Yeah, the bait game is strong. The bait game is strong on Chernarus. Well, on Winter Chernarus specifically. Sky does look amazing, doesn't it? It looks really good. It'd be thumbnail worthy. I died, Tommy. Yeah, I got baited. I got baited. Thank you for the hydrate, dude. Thank you. While I think about it, folks, next weekend, I believe it's next weekend. It is next weekend. Is the Lone Survivor event. The Lone Survivor 2. I shall be shoutcasting on the Saturday. So there'll be a bonus stream for me shoutcasting. And I'll be surviving on the Sunday. Next weekend. Next weekend. Double event weekend. Same time as usual streams, that's the plan. The event starts 3 o'clock UK time both days. So an hour after I should start streaming. Really. So there will be no baiting in that event, I'm sure. That will be a Chernarus run with only authentic gunfire. I know, Tommy. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It is sad. It is. So yeah, just it is public knowledge now, I guess. So for anyone who is unaware, Ariana, who is the creator of many, many fine events, like most of the events that I basically play or shoutcast in, she creates, and actually most of the big sort of community events that I've been aware of in recent times have been created by Ariana. She's moving away from full-time sort of content creation and streaming. So she's, yeah. I don't know the details, but I believe she's got a job. Congrats to her as well, because they aren't easy to find at the moment. But yeah, so I don't know what the future of the event creation by her will be. Whether or not she'll stop completely or whether or not she'll just do less. I don't know, but yeah, it is... it is sad. It is sad. That's right, indeed, yeah. Solars will be streaming on the Saturday. Solar's Aims will be streaming on the Saturday in the event. So yeah, I you know, it is tricky. It is tricky. Like any walk of life, you know, trying to do something, like making a go of it yourself and keeping going is hard. I think Ariana's been doing it for like 10 years though. I mean, fair play to her. That is an impressive amount of time, you know. But yeah, I don't want to talk on it. I don't want to talk about it too much. For, you know, it's not really my place to say. But I don't really know the details. But she did mention it kind of publicly. So everything from Battle of the Babbies, Lone Survivor, Kings and Queens of the Castle, Winter Warfare, War of the Survivors. She was involved in Operation Lifeline as well, which is the recent event where I was captured and then escaped. Yeah, she's, and you know, and she's been streaming as well, so. Oh. Oh, we got a spark plug, folks. We've got a spark plug. Could this be the start of an epic keycard quest in Chernarus? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Oh. Is it a sign? Now, is it a sign? Is it a sign, folks? Gasoline. I need to find a bag. Just saw someone run that way. Let's go this way. Let's run away from them. Stephen, hey, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're good. Good Wednesday to you. I guess I'm just going to spend the rest of the stream pretty much now, folks. Just, and again, I won't be around for super long, but I'm going to spend the rest of it going down the coast, seeing if we can find a boat, and hoping that that boat is right next to the buoy that we need to go to, or buoy. It would be just like me to find a way to start this quest right before the wipe. Meaning that I'd have to spend the next 2 days doing it, but could be worse, couldn't it? Could be worse. I don't know if I'm gonna spend much time looking for a boat though. Burnt chicken. Not ideal. One shirt. Bit of extra warmth. From slugs. Okay. Already being hungry is not the best, is it? Not the best. There's still no way to make a fire at the moment. Wait, is there normally a feed shack here? I actually didn't know that they were this close to the coast. That's interesting. The last death still hurts, folks. The last death. Oof. Very nearly found another way to kill your caretaker, Funk, in the last caretaker. Oh, yeah. I think maybe I'll ditch this gasoline at the next available town. Does not like accidentally stepping into the recycle machine. Man, what a harsh way to go. Poor robot. Lesson 406. Not seen any boats at all. Oh, there's one there actually, I think. Maybe, potentially. That's beached. Wow. Got enough fishing rods. Is that a boat over there? I think it is. Hard to tell. No, maybe it's just a rock. Potentially. Boats aren't that useful in Chernarus. They're not, Mark, unless you want to do the quest on this particular server. Which is kind of... I was hoping that maybe I'd see a boat and then maybe see where the boy is to get the first key card, but the chances of that are very slim. But yeah, boats aren't that useful in Chernarus, unless you want to meet up with someone and they're right around the other side, maybe. They definitely... the devs, I mean, they definitely could make them useful. You know, there could be all sorts of things out at sea. Was this a boat that I spotted? No, it was not a boat that I spotted. Okay. I thought that was a boat, that rock. It is not. It is not, and we're a long way from anywhere good. We're a long way from buildings by the looks as well. Some out there, but... Let's do a little bit of fishing. Really? I don't actually know if I'll come back to this character before the wipe, but if I do, it'd be useful to have some fish, wouldn't it? What is going on here? Oh. Okay. Well, that explains one of the catches. Wellies? We're in a lot of trouble. We're very cold. We're very hungry. That's got to be a fish. It is a fish. Hey. Oh my god. Meanwhile... Snowy Steve has arrived. Oh, this is horrendous. To the trees, quick! Man, this is not good. Not good at all. Can I at least get this dude to a house? We do. We need sustenance, we need warmth, we need all sorts. Okay. Oh, there's a fire here, that's good. I haven't really got time to use it, but... I guess I can for a little bit, can't I? May as well cook the fish that we've got. That's a handy time to find a sickle. Very good, very good. Actually look kind of cool with the pitchfork. It's a mod, William. Yeah, it's a mod. So you can only do it in some servers. You can't do it in vanilla. Yeah, honestly, there's so many cool mods that are available for dayz. If you can think of something that you probably want to do in the game, there's usually some sort of mod about it, I guess. One server that was medieval and had a dragon? Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, folks, we are not cold. And we have food. Oh, hang on. Hey, little cheeky extra snack. Then what if I do? I have to call it there, folks, for today. Sadly. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate you. Just a shorter stream. Because I've got to jump on a call in about 10 minutes. But I will be back tomorrow, regular time, for a regular size stream. If you want to sort of catch me when I go live immediately, jump in the Discord. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Tommy, again, thank you for the 18 months and the hydrates. Thank you for chatting, folks. Thank you for lurking and chilling. It's a pleasure as always. Thank you, William. Thank you, Mark, Tommy, Funk. Thank you, MRE. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Stephen. Everyone lurking or chatting, I appreciate you. I am going to see if I can find people over to someone, so do stick with me just briefly. And we will go over to someone on YouTube and Twitch. Who should we go over to? So YouTube folks... let's go over to our friend Rob. We'll go over to RK. We'll go over to RK on YouTube and Twitch, folks. So I think he's checking out the channel maybe. But yeah, take it easy. I'll do those now. And I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy. Right. YouTube, you're going...